Picked up a Tacx Neo Smart and we're going to get this thing cracked open and unbox it. Guard for Swift, manual, power cable, skewer with the 2 lock rings, box, power brick, and the trainer itself. Chock front wheel. There's nothing in there. Okay. Now let's check it. Boom. That's ready to rock and roll. Now it doesn't seem to have the metal noise that Shane Miller's been getting. So, alright, so there she is. Got the chalk, got the skewer, power brick. So there you go, that's the Tacx Neo unboxed. Okay, so I've been running the Neo for about 10 hours and I just wanted to share a few of my favourite things. Firstly, the noise. It's super quiet, lives up to the hype. It is so quiet compared to the Wahoo Kickr Gen 1 that I've got. The second thing, which isn't really discussed much, but I really love it, is the fact that you don't have to calibrate the unit. So it's good to go, you just hop on the bike, fire up your app and you don't have to calibrate. So for me, I think that's a great feature, and I think it sort of shows the design of the unit that it doesn't need calibration, doesn't go out of calibration. With the Kickr 1, you need to do a spin down at the start of every session, well, you should do. And also, you'll find that I think DC Rainmaker does a spin down about 10 minutes in after the initial spin down, just to recalibrate it before he does any testing. So yeah, I think it's good not to have to do that anymore. The third thing I really like is it's got flex. The unit flexes, so from side to side. It's made out of plastic. It's got this heavy plastic base, but it has some flex when you're pushing hard on the pedals, which I think is a good feature. The Kickr locks you in, and it just is a completely different feeling. The other thing is, obviously, it's a Gen 2 device. There's no belt, and uses magnets to create the force. So it's I don't know if that's the reason why, but the unit is super responsive. The power just comes on when you're doing big ramps. It just feels really responsive and really natural in feel. So really rate it. The only negatives are that I think setting up is probably a little bit difficult for a novice. You need to have cassette tools. So yeah, I guess be prepared to install a cassette onto the device. And I'm running a 10-speed cassette on there, so it's a bit of a pain working out the spaces. So I think this, and also there's been a few people on the Neo forums that have had a few issues. Mine's got a slight ringing noise. Tacx seems to think it's normal. It's not the grinding noise that Shane Miller talks about, but I think because of these sort of manufacturing issues, and I think the issue may be actually caused by damage in transit to some of these devices from what I've read. But I think with the cassette, having to install it and to get it right, and also, you know, the potential for a grinding issue to occur, I'd probably suggest buying this one locally, not even just in Australia, but probably just from your local bike shop. I bought mine from Bikebug Prahan. Look, I ride with those guys, but I think having local support for this is for the Neo is probably not a bad idea. I think I had a few questions, and I also had a few issues with the cassette. So yeah, I was able to get support pretty quickly, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, they're my initial thoughts. I've shot some video comparing the Kickr One to the Neo in terms of noise performance with the proper decibel meter. So yeah, I'll have to cut that up. But yeah, this is just the initial thoughts and what I like about the Neo. I'm super happy with it. I think you should definitely upgrade if you've got a Kickr Gen 1. It's only about $800 after you sell your old one. So yeah, I mean, if you use it every day, I think it's worth it. Anyway, yep, that's all I had for this clip. So yeah, thanks for watching.